Oreo. Burr, 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 burr. Burr, 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 burr. Herbie bro. Oreo. Lovebirds are the cutest birds? I disagree with that. The cutest bird is on my shoulder. Humber. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, bud. Buddy boy. Let's get the live shirt out. Let's see. Ba 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 ba. There we go. Live shirt out. And do this. Hey, Potato. We're doing well. How are you? Alright, I can ditch the headphones, which is nice. I also got to adjust the fan. Hey, Burbs. Hi, bud. Hey, bud. What's up? Hey, Turtle. How are you? How's the recovery going? A fan for the back porch? Dude, that is such a thing in the South. So when, in Washington, we never had a fan on our back porch. But we got like this giant hurricane fan when I lived in Missouri. Like, it was big. It was like, I don't know, 4 feet across. And when you plugged it in, the power flickered. Anyway, and that was on our back porch. And it was insane. I miss it, sitting outside with a giant fan. It was like a jet engine. That thing was so loud, but it kept away the mosquitoes and all the bugs. Had that and a bug zapper. Okay, we had like 3 bug zappers, but whatever. I actually have a bug zapper for my room. Because I was keeping my window open for a while, and so bugs got in. Now I have a fan in my window, so hopefully no buggies. Recovery is going okay. Nice. That's really good to hear, actually. Recovering from surgery is always a slow, painful process. Oh yeah, let me know if the camera is not angled right. Coffee time indeed. Uh, can't believe I've gone this long without one. Lowest on the set, on and low setting, and it's great. Hell yeah. I have technically 3 fans in my room, which were all sent to me by you guys, so thank you for that. I have a bigger one that's on like a stand, And then I have this one over here on the table that, when I'm sleeping, points directly at me. And then there's the fan in the window, which pulls all the hot air out during the day. And I usually pull that out in fall, take it out of the window. Because usually at that point I'm running a heater to keep Mr. Burbs warm. I'm perfectly fine sleeping in a cold room. But someone's a little diva and likes it around 70, 75 degrees. I prefer it being like 55 under a blanket. That's what I would prefer. But somebody's a little diva. You got a bath today. Yeah, you got a bath today, huh? And boy, were you cranky about it. Yep, he is a parrot. He's a 22-year-old Red Lord Amazon. His name is Oreo. I rescued him when he was a hatchling, and we've been best buds ever since. Camera's good. Alright, thank you guys. Yeah, it's so weird because like when I was a kid, I didn't need a fan to sleep, but as an adult, I need airflow. I need wind on me. Also, the sound of a fan helps me sleep. It blocks out a lot of the noise in the house. I live beneath. The room above me has 2 cats, and they're not delicate little flowers. They're like hefty, chunky cats. Sorry, kitties. I don't mean to be putting your business out there, but they're on a diet for a reason. And in the middle of the night, they try to do like kitty parkour, and it gets very loud. And they sprint around the room. They jump off of the cat trees onto the dresser. They jump from the dresser down to the floor. So it can get kind of loud. And so I have fans on for that reason. Helps block out some of the noise. Why are you getting all chirpy and loud, bud? I actually have this really cool app called Atmosphere, and it lets you customize soundscapes. And you could actually load your own custom sounds into it, which is super cool. But it's got a lot of different sounds for free. And you can set up a timer and stuff like that. It's really cool. So if y'all need a noise app for your phone, check out Atmosphere. I cannot talk today. Atmosphere. That's what I'm trying to say. Furby bro, Oreo. Betty by time for the Burby bro. Betty by time for the Oreo. I sing that to him every night. I feel like my audio is weird today. I'm not sure if it's because I have the fan running or what. Oh, that actually did help. Nice. Okay, note to self, can't have fan on highest speed. Oh yeah, I guess I don't know if it's for iOS. I know it's for Android. EOS, whatever you call it. But yeah, they definitely have it for Android. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a version for it for iOS. And I think there's a paid version where you get more sounds or something. I don't know. I don't pay for it. But the free version is pretty great. You just get ads. And they're text ads, so it's not going to like wake you up in the middle of the night with like, Manscaped. Groom your downstairs beard, or whatever the fuck they say for those ads. Get your balls fondled. I don't know. Have you been injured in an accident? Call Morgan and Morgan. Boo. Or dial pound 529. I've heard so many ads on podcasts, it's ridiculous. You want my bird? No. You couldn't handle him. First time he starts screaming and throwing a fit, you would send him right back. I looked at my YouTube analytics, and it shows you, like, the different ways people watch the live stream. And if I remember right, the majority of people watching are on Android. I should do a survey, though. Oreo gave me a funny look when I mentioned the ball fondling. Not surprising. Are you thirsty? Are you thirsty? Do you want water? You can't have my coffee, bud. You can't have coffee, but I'll give you some water. Caffeine is bad for you. I think it'll actually kill you in high enough dose. Water? Water? What? Are you begging for a snack? Well, we gotta do Burby meds first, bud. Yeah. Let's see if Lacey's available to draw it up. I mean, Oreo would be a great, like, combat character for sure. I always joke around that if I played D&D, he would be a bard. I actually had AI write up, like, a couple of short stories about Oreo being a bard in, like, a D&D setting. And, of course, he always saved the day. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Are you busy? Okay. Okay. Bye. Ooh, what kind? I don't want your vegetarian.
Grandma eats another vegetarian. And I'm like, since when does this lady eat a veggie pizza?
Yeah, I'll take a piece of pizza.
Okay, I'll bring it down to you after I'm done eating.
Aw, thanks. Who doesn't like pizza?
Or you can come up while he eats a treat or something.
I like the first option.
Okay.
No, it's fine. I'll be up.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Okay, bud. Are you ready for a walnut? Are you ready for a goddamn walnut? Yeah? Are you ready? Oh, we're buffering. Well, that's not cool. There's a towel for you, bud. I wonder if I need to reset my gateway. Alright, buddy, there's fresh water for you. There's fresh water for you. Let me grab your walnut. Oh, buddy. You're almost out of walnuts. You better promote the shit out of your Amazon wishlist if you want more. Your Amazon wishlist for Red Lord Amazon? That's kind of funny. Alright, bud. Here you go. Here's your walnut, bud. Okay, while you eat your walnut, I'm gonna go upstairs and grab a piece of pizza. A slice of pizza. I'm gonna go grab me some pizza, okay? You be a good boy and don't do anything stupid while I'm gone. I lied. I gotta grab something else. Okay, be back. I'll be back. Be a good boy. Hi, bud. Hi, bud. That's my pizza. You don't need it. Okay, my pizza, not Oreo's pizza. My pizza. I'm gonna answer a couple of comments and then I'm gonna go take a quick piss. Okay. Let's see. Comments. Where are you? Hello to all of you who are joining. Hi, hi. Hi, Barbara. How are you? We're doing good. Oreo got a bath today, so he's a bit grumpy. Have you ever been part of a D&D group with your disability? Back in the day, yeah. You have to find a dungeon master or DM who is willing to work around the disability. Playing online, not as easy. It's better to do like, you can play online, but a lot of the groups that I've seen on like Roll20 or like game finding forums, they all use very visual graphics for maps, enemy like monsters, and so you have to talk to the DMs ahead of time and be like, hey, are you willing to describe this or communicate in a way that I can understand what's on the map or like where the creatures are or building layout. Anytime I play in D&D, I've had to build my own character sheet in Excel because like D&D Beyond, Roll20, not the most accessible things out there. It's getting better, but still pretty difficult. Like, it wasn't until recently that the D&D Player's Handbook 2014 edition was made accessible and put on websites for visually impaired people to download. So you can find a copy of that at bookshare.org. If you have an website, I think. If you have why are we buffering YouTube? What the fuck? Dude, seriously? I don't know if we're buffering for you guys, but we're buffering hardcore on my end. Anyway, there's a lot that goes into trying to find a group that's accessible or willing to be accessible. The group I played with was in person back in the day, so we used Braille graph paper to map out stuff. Or we use like other like terrain type stuff. But there's actually this really cool board out there. I forget what it's called, but it's a giant board with squares that are tactile. It's like graph paper, but it's tactile, and it's massive. Like it's not like it's bigger than a sheet of graph paper, and you can poke thumbtacks into it. So you can like label thumbtacks to be like goblin or my character, whatever, and then move them around as needed. Last I looked, that board was like $200, which is dumb because it's just rubber over a cork board. Anyway, I'll be right back. I gotta go take a piss. Be right back, bud. Hey, bud. Yeah, his munches are very cute. Barbara, you feel overwhelmed lately and you don't know why? Aw, that's not fun. I'm sorry. Hopefully you can find some ways to de-stress and find some time to relax. Um, I know that feeling. I had a student loan issue pop up recently, and I'm getting it taken care of. But I almost had my student loans almost went to debt collection. I thought they had been dismissed due to there's a total what is it called, TPD. There's a program out there where people with disabilities can apply, and doesn't mean it will, but you can apply and have all of your student loans dismissed um, if you're like permanently disabled. So I had applied in 2019, sorry, and then in 2020 during the pandemic, and when I was taking care of my dad who was passing from pancreatic cancer, I could have sworn that my student loans were dismissed. And then come to find out, they were not. And I got a text the other day saying, hey, your student loans are about to go to debt collection. And I was like, what the fuck? And at first I thought it was a scam, so I called my student loan provider and I was like, hey, is this real? Like, what's going on? And they're like, yeah, you owe us a lot of money, and your student loans are about to seriously go to the debt collection, which means I can be sued for the money, or they can, like, come after me or whatever. So I was like, okay, well, let's not have that happen. I don't have $17,000 on hand right now. I can barely keep bills paid. So I was like, look, man, here's what the situation was. I thought these had been dismissed due to the disability program. Can we can we stop them from going to debt collections while I work on this? And fortunately, we were able to do that. I got to fill out applications and reapply for the program and all that fun nonsense. So that was a very stressful day yesterday. So working on that now, hopefully getting that all figured out. Oh yeah, going back to the D&D thing. So I thought about this while I was taking a piss. There are disability ran D&D groups out there. I know there's one blind dungeon master that I've come across. But when I found them, they weren't accepting any new members because they were in the middle of a campaign, and he wasn't willing to start a new campaign for new members. And then I lost contact with him and never. That was back in like 2018. So I do know that those types of groups exist. Finding them can be a bit tricky. I wouldn't mind DMing. I just need to get the DM's handbook manual, whatever they call it. I want to like get that and the player's handbook and go through and like memorize what I can and take notes. And then finding people who are interested in doing like an online campaign would be the other thing. I'm also not someone who's like who's like plans out every detail. I would be the person who like gives you like the lore of the world, like lore of the towns, the cities, empires, kingdoms, all that nonsense, and then let the players kind of decide where they want to go, what they want to do, and then build off of that. I'm not one of those people like Matt Mercer who has everything, every quest, every little detail in my notes. I would let the players kind of determine how the world progresses and what they want to do and how they want to interact with it. If you want to sit in a tavern for a week and drink, as long as you got the gold, go for it. I don't care. Throw out some like hooks for quest lines or missions or whatever. Fine. And then once you bite, then take you down that road and plan it out as you go. Berber, is that a good walnut? Can I have some? Will you share with Dad? He's like, no, fuck you. You wouldn't share your pizza with me. That's because the pizza's not good for you. Pizza's unhealthy for you. Well, the buffering seems to have mellowed out. That's good. Y'all excited for the weekend? Got any fun plans? Did you guys have a good week? For those of you I haven't seen on that I didn't see on Wednesday. Trevor, it's so warm. It's so warm, buddy. Yeah, it's so warm. And I'm in a short sleeve. And the buffering's back. Cool. I might need to reset my gateway. But if I do that, I won't be live for another like 20-30 minutes because it takes forever to reboot. Hi, Bubba. Hi. Hello. Hello. You were calling the puppy earlier and you're going, wow, wow. You'll be working outside cleaning up, like your yard, or somewhere else? We have this program here in Washington. I think other states might have it. But, like, you can adopt a road. Like, you adopt a road, and then you say you're gonna, like, walk along it and pick up any trash and, like, take care of it. Like, clip back bushes and all that. That is crazy. Especially the roads around us. They're all like highways. They're like dangerous roads to walk along and pick up trash. Yeah. Cleaning your yard, nice. That's always good. Are you one of those people that decorates their yard like with like little statues and like flower beds and gardens and stuff? My grandma was, and we had like so many bird baths, a little wishing well. Around the tree was like a little city of statues and garden gnomes and like wizards and fairies, and like she went all out every year. And there'd be like little statues of bunny rabbits. She loved it. And then one summer she decided that she wanted a fish pond in the backyard. And she got out there with a shovel and dug out a fish pond. And then they went to some gardening center and she bought the plastic lining. This really thick plastic that was like in the shape of the shape she wanted. And she put it in, and then she stacked plastic. She put plastic around the outer edge, and then she made like flower beds around it, and she built this like rock waterfall. Put pipes in to pump the water from the pond to the top of the waterfall, and then she filled it with fish. And I had a Rottweiler puppy at the time, and he got off leash and he dove into he was like sprinting around the yard with the zoomies, and he dove into the fish pond, and Then over like the next week, the raccoons were like, "Hey, free food," and they like caught all the fish and ate them. So we had to put in like cover for the fish, like lily pads, and it became a frog pool. Is what it became really. It had fish in it, a bunch of frogs. Like there's so many tadpoles in it. And we're buffering. And fucking. Okay. This is ridiculous. You things organized. Awesome. I wish I was more like that. But boy. Okay, you know what? This buffering is getting bad. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up for the night. Sorry this was so short. I apologize for the connection issues. Huge shout out to the mods, Turtle Barbara. Thank you guys so much for moderating. We will try to be live again on Sunday. I'm gonna go reset my router, modem, gateway, whatever you want to call it. If we don't see you, have yourselves a great weekend. ZachHurts.com for all your wonderful Zach and all your nonsense. Amazon wishlist, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, merch, all that good stuff. Those and others, go learn some cool shit, make the world a better place. Try to find moments of happiness when you can. But yeah, we love you all. Take care.